I want to tell you before you sit down. After I'll be standing there for about 3 hours. I'll be standing here for about 3 hours. I would like you to hear this. If you look up now, I'm going to give you a gift now, today. And can you say praise God? Now, what makes a king different from ordinary people? It is the ability of that king to produce value that can make crown. It is not every human being that has value that can make crown. Let me say it again. I said, what separates royalty, I mean kings, from ordinary people is the ability of kings to produce values that can make crown. Now, I would like you to listen to know that it is not every value that can make crown. Now, when it comes to produce, it's different from prayer. When it comes to produce, you have to think about what you have. And please, from today, care about what you have and what other people have. In relationship, what people have is not always different from who they are. If you want to know your future, know it from what you have. If you're a woman and you want to marry a man, it is what that man have that you will live with. Let me say it again. Please, what a man have is different from what he will get. Don't build destiny on what somebody will get. Build destiny on what you have. What you have will always point to something that you will get. God gives us things from what he gets from us. When David stood before Goliath, he didn't look for something. No, he didn't look for anything outside. I want to tell somebody something. Another 3 years, end of this year, 3 years to come, 5 years to come, 10 years to come, 20 years, 25. I will keep progressing. I will keep prospering and having dominion. It is limitless. I am not going to have dominion from something I am looking from God. I'm not going to worry God about using the value of God to have dominion. I am going to use my value to have dominion, not the value of God. So all these years, what I have done is to find out how does that value look like. Now, because that value is supposed to connect me to that thing I am expecting. So, when God wants to make crowns, he go to kings that have the crown in them and then use what they have to produce that crown and then put it on their head. That was why when Saul gave David that armor, David said, no, it's not mine. I don't use this one to fight. I use what I have. When they apprehended Jesus by the Garden of Gethsemane, he looked at the temple police that came from Pharisees and said, is it me you're looking for? They said, yes. He said, allow these other people to go. So he followed the way of Calvary, because what it takes to redeem man was not with Peter. what it will take for a man to rise from the grave was not with Peter. He knew what was in him. So he told the other ones to go. He said, they are my disciples, allow them to go. So they left and they took him. That was a first-class confidence. Do you know one of the reasons they took him and he was courageous is because they know that they will take him one day. And the value to produce crown was with him. Now listen, there is one secret I want to tell you. It is a wonderful thing for somebody to know separation of values. This preacher is a good preacher. He's also popular. But this particular one is different from him. We call it ability to separate values. Now, poor people, when you hear that somebody is poor, it's not as he lack. No, he doesn't lack things. He lacks light. He lacks understanding. He's wounded. I said he. Huh? All poor people are wounded. Now, when you tolerate darkness in your life, darkness will wound you and then subject you. Subject you to pain. And then make poor people senseless. And then when you mention it, they get angry and start protecting poverty. You see, the strength of darkness is to encourage dark people to protect darkness. Wherever darkness dwells in people's heart, those who have it protected it. And one of the ways they protect it, when you mention it, they get angry so that they will shield it. All poor people, they get angry with those who attack poverty. Now they will say, must everybody be rich? That is a mentality that protects, and it is sponsored by darkness. Can I get a Bible? I was looking for Ben. He used to sit in front to sit. If he's here, I wouldn't have called you today. Something to come at the middle. That's why I'm teaching. So they say you're teaching too much. I say I know my brothers. Yeah, that's why I'm teaching. There is something that I want to say before you sit down. On beautiful teaching on when Satan wants to reduce the life of men. Just be patient a little while, I'm going to get it. Satan reduces the age of men by corrupting their thought. When I share it, you will sit down. Satan reduces the age of men by corrupting their thought. Now, I would like you to listen. Wherever you see somebody aging fast, he has knee problem, he can't stand up. What is bending the knee is the presence of darkness in the bone marrow. Let me say again. I say, what is bending the knee of that lady or bending her waist is abundance of darkness in the marrow. Now, when there is so much of darkness in the marrow, the marrow will start smelling. The marrow will start decaying. And then if the marrow start decaying, because the marrow is the one that has the life of the bone. When the marrow start decaying, the decay of the bone marrow start affecting the bone.